Hi friends, I brought another Matman story today, and this one is Matman Opposites. And the author of this story, or the person who writes the words in the book, is Jan Olson. Okay? And the illustrator is Molly Delaney. Molly makes all the pictures in the Matman stories. Okay, so it's called Opposites. You see that word? Do you know what opposites are? Opposites are words that are different, right? Like some of you are boys and some of you are girls. Those words are very different. Your parents are tall, but you are shorter than them, so those are opposites, tall and short. We learned two words from our tug of war story last week too that were opposites. Let's see if you remember them. I'm going to share them at the end of this with you. Okay. I'm going to need your help in this. It has a couple of sentences that repeat, and you're going to help me out with those. Okay, it goes, Matman stands, Matman sits. Let's say opposites. Stand, sit. Can you say those? Stand, sit. Matman is standing, Matman is sitting. He says smile, you say frown. Smile, frown. Matman smiles, Matman frowns. He says up, you say down. Up, down, right? Matman stands, Matman sits. Let's say opposites. Stand, sit. There he goes. He says whisper. You say shout. Whisper, shout. Right? A loud voice and a quiet voice. Those are opposites. He says in. You say out. In, out. He's inside the tunnel and he's outside the tunnel. He says wet, you say dry. Wet, dry. The car is wet, the car is dry. They're spraying it with water, drying it with a towel. He says laugh, you say cry. Laugh, cry. Those are different kinds of feelings, right? You're feeling happy, you might laugh. Feeling sad, you might cry. They're not very happy when they're getting sprayed with the water. The little girl's crying. But over here, they're laughing when the doggy pulls the hose. Those are opposites. Feelings can be opposites too. Matman stands, Matman sits. Let's say opposites. Stand, sit. And right here, he's on the beach. Look at that. Matman's on the beach. He says push, you say pull. Push, pull. They're pushing, getting pushed on the sled, and the dogs are pulling him on the sled. They're having fun. Fun in that snow. I saw some snow this morning. Did you see the snow out your windows? That was a little surprise. He says empty, you say full. Empty, full. This chair is empty. This chair is full. Do you know what that is? That's a ski lift. Takes you to the top of the mountain. You ride up on it, and then when you get to the top, you climb out of the chair and you ride down the mountain on your skis. Or if you have a snowboard, or you could go tubing sometimes on a mountain. He says old, you say new. Old, new. This barn is old. That one is very new. Fresh paint. It's shining and sparkling. He says many, you say few. Many, few. Right? Lots and lots of baby chicks here, but only a few over here. Matman stands, Matman sits. Let's say opposites. Stand, sit. There he is, standing and sitting again. He says real, you say pretend. Real, pretend. So here's our horse. He's riding a real horse, but his friends here, the kids, they're riding pretend ones. Do you see those? Those are like little toy horses. Those are pretend. He says start, you say end. Start, end. We could also say morning and night. Where they're starting the day with a big sunshine. They're ending the day with the moon and the stars. You could also look at this page and say, this page is light and it's dark here at night, right? Light and dark. Those are opposites. Opposites are everywhere. See if you can find a pair. Well, there's Matman. He found so many opposites today. So I brought some opposites and they're hiding right here on the floor. And I'm going to hold two of them up. And we're going to see if we can figure out what the opposites are. Remember, opposites are words that are different, right? Very, very different. Okay, let's start with Easy peasy. I brought some socks, okay? Nice clean socks. This sock is short. This sock is, shout it, tell me, tall, right? Short, tall. Okay. Let's try this one. This was in the book. So I brought some bananas. This is a plastic one. And this is one from my kitchen. Starting to get a little brown. So this one is pretend. And this one is, what's the opposite of pretend? Real, right? Real. Oops, real. Pretend. Those are opposites.
Real.
Okay, let's try this one. Can you hear that? And I brought this. So they're both animals. This one is hard, but this one, what would you say about this one? Very soft, right? The opposite of hard is soft. This one is soft and fluffy. All right, let's try this one. This is an easy peasy one. 2 squares. One square is little, and this square, what's the opposite of little, is big, right? Little, big. Okay, I brought some towers. I'm going to turn the towers. I'm going to turn them on their sides. Okay, we did this one when we talked about your parents, right at the beginning. We said your parents are taller than you, and you are shorter. Okay, well, I'm going to turn these ones sideways. We could do it with the Legos. This one is short, and this one would be tall, right? But what if I turn them this way? We call this one short. Well, what would we call this one? Call it long. The opposite of short could also be long, right? Okay. Ooh, what was, do you see the colors on that? What did I make? Did I make a pattern? Yeah. Yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red. On your screen, the red might look orange, but it's actually red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red, all the way up. All right, and I saved the last one. I told you there were 2 words that we learned from our tug of war story yesterday. So let's look at the spines of the book. Okay, 2 books. Okay, this one and that one. I could do it with my hands too. One spine looks like this. The other one looks like that. So I would call this one thin, and this one, do you remember that big word? That word we learned? Wide, right? It's actually a little word, but it's called wide. Thin and wide. Okay, friends, I hope you had fun with our opposites today. See if you can find some opposites around your house. Maybe you could pair them and make matches. You can share them with your families, okay? All right, see you next time.